Was one of the first who covered. All you have to do is go ahead and get my phone. And welcome to Discoveries in Health. This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst from Good Shepherd Ministries. And here we are discussing natural remedies once again. Thank you for joining us. And I'm going to mute all the microphones over there on dial pad. And let's do that as we go over here. And we mute all the microphones so there will be no feedback and echoes and so forth on dial pad. And thank you folks over there in dial pad and YouTube and Zoom. Thank you for joining us for another Discoveries in Health, where we discuss natural remedies. We don't prescribe, we don't diagnose. What we do is teach a class here, and it's a class where you can ask me to teach whatever it is you want to learn. I've been doing this for over 60 years, so I can discuss any topic regarding natural remedies that you can come up with. It might take me 1 minute, maybe 2, to get some rare health disorders that some people have, but we can discuss those topics as well. Just letting you know that whatever your topic is, we're here praising and worshiping the Most High God, and we are spirit-filled and spirit-led, and we are thankful to be here to share this information, because our people perish for lack of knowledge, and evil is full throttle. They are full force, taking advantage of the fact that people perish for lack of knowledge, and they're making sure that you get the wrong information. They're making sure, evil is, they're making sure that you don't find out about the Most High God natural remedies. The Most High God's natural remedies. That's what they fear the most, that you will find out about it, and you will change your diet, change your lifestyle from doing some of the things that are harmful to yourself, and you'll find these natural remedies are miraculous. Why? Because they come from God. They don't come from man. Man's medicine, we need it. We need the, we need the, we need our medical doctors. We don't need to go to them needlessly, but we need them for diagnosis. And then we need to see what we can do naturally to take care of ourselves and our families naturally. We're not supposed to be running to the doctor all the time. We're not supposed to be doing that, but it's turned out that way. And it's time to stop it. We need doctors when we need them. And when we don't, let's learn how to take care of ourselves naturally. You'll be glad you did. It increases the quality of life. And that's very important. The quality of life for your family, so you don't suffer to death. We have so many people of every age that are suffering to death when God's natural remedies could be helpful. I'm not claiming any cures. God can claim cures because he does. He does cure. And I've seen it over and over again. When you're using the Most High God's natural medicine, you're going to get results. I've seen it. I'm a living testimony of it, and I'm here to help you. And I have found the most wonderful system, and I have implemented it. And it starts with a member intake form that comes directly to me in 5 minutes. And I'm able to pray over that form and see everything you want me to know. And then I'm able to answer your questions. And it may take me a little bit. It might take me 10 days or more. We've just really gotten into this system, and we're working out everything. There are those who have sent us member intake forms, and we're getting to them now, which we couldn't before, because when you do what I do, you get beat up a lot, and you got to learn to take it. And when you get beat down, you get right back up. And I do that on a daily basis to do this work, because evil is constantly chipping away at me. And it's awful. The things that myself, my family have gone through to bring you this information is very sad. It's very sad what someone has to go through to deliver this kind of information when evil doesn't want you to have it. But I'm never going to quit. My family's not going to quit. We just keep right on picking ourselves up and going again and again and again. But we need your prayers. We need your donations. We need to fight back. And for a long time, for a very long time, it's been a losing battle. on my side. It's hard to keep going many days. And if you have to do this every single day of your life, it gets to be a real contest of whether you can go another day and another day and another day. And that's what I do, is I take it day at a time and I help as many people as I possibly can. And you would be surprised at how many wonderful people that have gotten help. And they are tremendously helpful. They're thankful. And they're thanking the Most High God. I'm telling them, don't thank me. I'm just here doing this work. The Most High God is the one that's doing the miracles, because people are getting results. And that's why I can't quit. That's why I'll never quit. That's why my family can't quit. But we need donations. We need your support. We need your prayers, because, folks, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So that's who we are. My telephone number is 503-362-5899. That's 503-362-5899. I'm behind in my telephone calls right now, but I'm answering every email. So if you've called me and I haven't called you back, I apologize. I have so many people that need help. And I'm doing this alone. I don't have assistants. I've never had the resources or the money to hire anybody to help me. But I won't quit. I'm not going to quit helping everybody I possibly can, even though I have no help myself. And the saddest thing is that sometimes some of the brothers and the sisters, they don't understand who I am and what I'm doing and what we're doing, my family. And so if the post office loses their package, then we recently had someone that the post office lost their package, and that person had a friend who was an attorney. So they had that attorney not go after the post office to get the package that the post office lost. No, they came at that attorney, threatened and intimidated me and my family. And we did everything humanly possible. And finally, they went to Elder Rakah and they complained to him. And that's when we proved it wasn't our fault. We shipped the product, the post office lost it, and the person came after us, not the post office. So that's a tip of the iceberg of what we have to deal with, because some people think that we're going to help them immediately the same day. How can I possibly help hundreds of people immediately the same day? I'll get to every one of them, every one of you. I will help you, but it takes me a little bit longer than one day to get back to you and to do everything to help you. It starts with a member intake form, and we're just implemented that system and a way to answer hundreds of member intake forms daily, which is what we're going to have to be able to do, because people are finding out who we are, what we are, and what we're doing. And we're getting a lot of people who are crying for help. Please understand, there's just myself They're just my one granddaughter. That's it. We never had the resources, but everyone's always demanded a lot out of us. And we've always delivered as much as we humanly can. We work hours that we're up day and night trying to get this thing done and help more people. I just want you to know we love you all, and we're going to help every one of you. And we're going to get the resources and the donations to grow and to help more people. And one of these days, we're going to be able to hire some help. I just wanted you to know that because some of the brothers and sisters are awfully angry at us because we can't help them immediately. So I just wanted you to know that's what's going on around here. My email address is truman@herbalhealthreview.com. Truman, Truman, at herbalhealthreview.com. Let's get over to Prophet Elijah and get an opening prayer. Prophet Elijah, my dear brother, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here. How are you?
Well, I am blessed by the best. I know you are blessed by the best, and I love you, brother.
Well, that means that we walk together and we touch and agree, so that's why we have to love each other.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
I said when we touch and agree, that means we walk together. That means we have to be in love with each other the same way.
All praises to the Most High. Well, my dear
Ready
friend,
for the prayer?
yeah. Can you please give us an opening prayer, sir?
Yes, sir. Whoever digs a pit for another man's feet shall fall into it himself. And he rolls a stone up a height and do mischief and will return upon him. Proverbs 26 and 27. We are in a spiritual war. Father, though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. The weapons of Dr. Burris and our prophet Elijah fight with our spiritual weapons. We have divine power to demolish every stronghold, arguments, and every pretension that set itself up against the knowledge of discoveries in health, Good Shepherd Ministries, Better Health Herbs, and Word of Life Ministries, including those that are in the conference. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to us. Father, we bless those who have mistreated us. We will not be put to shame. We will not be disgraced or humiliated. You have created, formed, and chosen us. You have called us by our name. We are being transformed by the renewing of our minds so that we may discern what is good, pleasing, and perfect in the sight of man. You supply our every need to give out the good news. It's your peace that guards our heart and minds. We give all our words and cares to you today. You are love, and your perfect love drives out fear. So be it.
All praises to the Most High. So be it. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
What's on your mind today, sir?
Well, I heard you were talking similar to what we're talking about healing. So today is healing, and time is your most important possession. Say it again. Healing and time is your most valuable possession. Most people, when asked what is their most valuable possession, would answer money. That is the wrong answer. Your most valuable possession is time. And we are promised 120 years, not 70 as many believe. It is what we do with the time you are allotted. Your next valuable possession is good health. Without your health, you cannot live to enjoy your wealth. Solomon was created with being the wisest man who ever lived. He placed knowledge and understanding above all else, providing you use your time wisely in getting knowledge concerning your body. You are putting it to the best advantage. You cannot put knowledge to work without good health. We learn through adversity. People seldom learn when they are prosperous. Nature often teaches a lesson in the value of good health by putting you flat on your back in the bed. After suffering from an illness, you learn to love and take better care of your health. Misfortunes and adversities often prove to be a blessing in disguise. We must learn from past mistakes and not repeat them in the present. Use the word and pray for the power to overcome mistakes, and you will succeed. When you desire good health, talk about good health. Think about good health. Remember, your own thoughts and words return to you. Provided you do not want to be sick, why talk about sickness? So shall my word be that goes forth out of my mouth. It shall not return to me void, without producing any effect, useless, but it shall accomplish that which I please and purpose, and it shall prosper in the things for which I sent it. There are people who constantly talk about their illness and troubles, and in doing so, they are keeping their minds on them. The way to get good health is to be positive, think, talk of good health, have only good thoughts, speak good words of everyone. When you pray and use the word, you certainly would not pray for illness, you would pray for good health. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It has also been well since that what a man loves, he will become. If you do not want others to criticize or find fault with you, do not criticize others and find fault with them. Your own thoughts and words will return to you. If you want love, you must give love, think of love, talk of love. You cannot get love through hating. And by thinking of hating people, your thoughts must be positive and not negative. Fear and doubt. Most people's problems or troubles arise from fear and doubt. When fear is eliminated, most of the other troubles disappear. Fear is the author of jealousy, selfishness, anger, enmity, hatred, wrong thinking. When you have no fear, most of these other evil thoughts disappear. At the time of problem or any kind of trouble, your first move should be overcome fear and doubt. You must supplant fear with faith, joy, hope, and love. Negative thoughts must be supplanted by good thoughts. It is just as easy to think about good, pleasant thoughts as it is to think about wrong thoughts. Thinking and concentrating on faith and love while preparing you to solve your problems concerning your health. Have faith of knowing that God did not create fear, doubt, or any evil thing. He does not bring sickness, sorrow, or any trouble. Your troubles are the results of your own vain imagination, wrong thinking, and doing. Sickness. If you are sick and want to get well, you should first see yourself as being in perfect health and realize that good health is normal. You must know that God does not bring illness upon you, but that he is ready and willing to make you well. Do not talk about sickness. Talk about being well. Start acting the way. Believe that you are enjoying perfect health and you will inherit heaven. Helping others who are sick. When you have a problem of this kind, you must pray for those who are sick and see them as being in perfect health. And when you pray for someone else, speak it orally with power so that it will reach that person whom you are praying for at the sound of your voice. In everything you do, be careful to treat others the same way that you want to be treated. Enemies. When you are worried about enemies and opponents, the way to solve the problem is to bless them, pray for some good to come to them. Enemies disappear quickly when you learn to love them. You will then find that they become your friends. When a man's ways please the Lord God, he makes you his enemies to be at peace with him. Worry. Worry comes from fear, doubt, and lack of faith. You can never solve a problem by worrying, and you never will. Worry takes your energy and strength. Instead of thinking the worst is going to happen, think of love, faith, and hope, and good things, believing that you can solve your problem with a hopeful attitude and positive thought. It has been said that looking backwards brings things to regrets. Provided you have had misfortune and disappointment, it will do you no good to dwell upon them. Christ said, let the dead your past bury the dead. By this, he meant not to drag your mistakes and misfortune of the past into the future. Face the future with faith, hope, forget the past, and you will solve your problem. Forgetting what lies ahead and forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead. Philippians 3:13. Now, when you love your neighbor and the fellow man, you will find happiness giving love for hatred and obeying the divine law, and your word and reward is certain. When you can return good for evil, you can reach the stage where you solve all your problems and accomplish all your desires. When you are in perfect harmony, all good things will flow to you. Until then, there are three things that remain: faith, hope, love. But yet love surpasses them all. So above all else, let love be the beautiful prize for which you run. Forgiveness. The Bible makes it plain. We must forgive others when we expect forgiveness ourselves. Every night before you go to sleep, you should ask for forgiveness for any wrong you might have done to anybody or anyone, praying for blessings on those who think that you have wronged them. Many men and women are wretched, their lives, famine, and health, because they come not to forgive, but they want to forget. How many better is it to forgive quickly and bless the other person even when they are wrong? It brings freedom and happiness to you, healing and divine strength to your bones. So be it.
All praises to the Most High. So be it. Thank you, Prophet Elijah. Thank you very much. And folks, Prophet Elijah's telephone number is 334-868-3881. That's 334-868-3881. Thank you so much, Prophet Elijah. And folks, stay tuned or come back if you have to leave for at the end of the broadcast. Prophet Elijah will be there to give us a closing prayer. So let us get started now, and let's find out if anyone has a question, a topic, or a suggestion. And I see some hands up over here in YouTube. So let's get right over there. And Anthony, what is your question? Please unmute your microphone. And yes, ask to unmute your microphone, Anthony. And let's hear what it is you want us to talk about. Hi, Anthony. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was fixing something right quick.
Oh, no problem. So Anthony, how can we be helpful? What would you like to talk about?
Well, the website I see right here, I read what you had on here before here, kind of answering one of my questions already about the microbiome that's throughout your body. But the one question I have is that I have an abscess in my tooth, and pretty much a cavity, but an abscess in my gums on the side of that. And I was trying to figure out what would be the best approach for me to get rid of that. I kind of don't want to get They tell me I need a root canal. I don't want to do that. And I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for me to save my tooth or at least cleanse my body naturally.
Okay, so let's take a look at teeth problems and teeth solutions. So I'm going over to the website herbalhealthreview.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the website now, herbalhealthreview.com, and I've clicked on common conditions. And now that I've clicked on common conditions, I'm going down in the common conditions reports all the way to T for teeth. Let's take a look and see what my research on teeth problems. Let's see, there it is, teeth. It's teeth, hair, and skin. And I'm clicking on read more. And I'm coming over to the dial pad room and going down to teeth, and oops, past it. There it is, teeth. Clicked on teeth, clicked on read more. Now everybody's looking at what I'm looking at. and so I created a teeth solution, a tooth solution. And so when you go down into this teeth report, first it's talking about some soaps and how to have nice skin and so forth. But then it says about teeth. Okay, so when we finally go down in here and we're looking at about teeth, what it's saying is that you can gargle and rinse your mouth while brushing your teeth with your very own special mouthwash that is better than toothpaste. You can throw your toothpaste away. I haven't used toothpaste for years. And this particular mouthwash will harden the tooth. It will harden the enamel on the tooth, and it will restore your enamel, and it will keep your gums disease-free. And it starts with a toothbrush that flosses your teeth while you're using this particular toothbrush. I found a pretty great toothbrush. It's called a So Fresh flossing toothbrush. So you can order that or use your favorite toothbrush. Doesn't matter. But that's a good one because it actually helps to floss the teeth. So now now you can get this oral care refresh brush and rinse, and it's 32 ounces, and all you're going to use is about maybe half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of it at a time.
Okay.
And you put it in your mouth and you hold it there. It's got colloidal silver water in it, and the colloidal silver water it's going to get rid of any bacteria, fungus, virus in your mouth. So that's one thing that's going to help too. And it will take an abscessed tooth, colloidal silver water alone will take an abscessed tooth, and it will, if you got a swollen up jaw, that you hold this colloidal silver water in your mouth, it gets rid of the infection. All of a sudden the swelling goes down. You no longer have this big swelling abscess tooth anymore. It relieves the infection, and you don't have a tooth infection anymore. Just hold colloidal silver water or this oral care refresh brush and rinse. You can hold that in your mouth because it's got colloidal silver. It's made with colloidal silver water.
Okay.
And so there's two ways to get this. If you wanted the oral care refresh, brush, and rinse, you can go on the website betterhealthherbs.com. And when you're on the website betterhealthherbs.com, you can type in their search engine number 1339. Number 1339. If you type that in the search engine on betterhealthherbs.com, when you type that in and into the search engine, up will come the oral care refresh, brush, and rinse. So you can buy it already made, but there are some people who, they're like me. They don't have much money. So they need to make things themselves. So here's how, so I give you the recipe, how to make it yourself and save about 50%. Here's how it works. So you order, so it lists all these different things you can order, like 3 different things. The first thing, you would order some xylitol, because xylitol mineralizes your teeth and hardens your teeth and discourages any kind of a mouth infection. It remineralizes and hardens the teeth, the enamel, and toughens the gums. That's xylitol.
Okay.
Xylitol is a sugar replacement. It's made from wood. Diabetics can use it to sweeten things. And at the same time, when you use it to sweeten things, instead of harming your teeth, this mineral is as sweet as sugar, and it remineralizes and hardens the enamel and the teeth, and it toughens your gums. So that's the first thing. So you start with, you get a 32-ounce bottle, and you get a half a cup or 4 ounces of this xylitol sweetener, which will cost you about 90 cents for 4 ounces.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're going to make it yourself and save money. Now, the other thing you do is you get the oral care refresh concentrate that I invented to go with that xylitol. And that's all the herbs that hardens the teeth and the enamel and toughens the gums. And so that's all these herbs that are in this oral care refresh concentrate. And you put about a quarter to a half an ounce of that, or not more than 1 ounce, in a 32-ounce bottle. And so now you got 4 ounces of xylitol, and you got not more than 1 ounce of the oral care refresh concentrate, which is number 1336. Number 1336. And by the way, I invented all this stuff. I invented the entire system, and I get nothing from it. So if anybody thinks I'm rich, that never happened. I don't even own my own home. I had a home once, but that was about 10 years ago, 10 or more. It's been so long since I used to have it. I lost my home of 20 years when the FDA decided that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing because I sued them, and it cost me my house. I lost that lawsuit, and then they sued me. Then I lost that lawsuit too. But you know what? The Most High told me when I prayed about the whole deal, when that attorney called me up, it was an FDA attorney, called me from Washington, D.C., and told me if I didn't stop helping people, stop making natural remedies, that they were going to sue me out of existence and probably put me in jail. And I said, I'll call you back. I prayed about it. I didn't call him back. I prayed about it. And the Most High said, sue the FDA. I almost, I did not know what to do. At that point, I knew that I had to obey God, but I didn't want to I never sued anybody. So I didn't want to sue the FDA. Yeah, I knew I couldn't win. I mean, they're the FDA. You don't sue the government. It don't work.
Yeah.
Guess what? So that went on for 2 years. That went on for 2 years. We drug each other through the courts there, and they piled so much paperwork on me. They filed so many things against me. You'd have think that I was the worst criminal in the entire world. They kept piling work on that for 2 years. They kept piling on more and more and more things that they, you know. So then I finally walked into a federal court without an attorney, because the Most High God said that I was going to be okay. So I believed that. So I walked into that attorney and I looked at that FDA, and he brought 6 high-ranking officials with him to watch my destruction. And I looked over at them, and I looked at then in come the judge and so forth. And I explained to the judge, you know, I apologize because I didn't have an attorney, and I'm probably going to make a mistake, you know, in trying to defend myself. And the judge looked at me and said, okay, which surprised me. And then looked over at the FDA and said, let's find out what they want. Well, she launched into the FDA and she chastised them. She humiliated and embarrassed them for 45 minutes and threw them out of court and told them to go after potato chip manufacturers and leave natural remedies alone. Don't ever bother Dr. Burst anymore. Oh, by the way, those websites that no one else can have in the world, not even him, guess what? He don't own them, so leave them alone. That's why this is the only system like it in the world that has all this information that you're not supposed to have because it has been banned. Okay, anyway, I won that case. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm still here. I lost my house. I lost my car. And my wife divorced me because I was a real loser, she said. So, okay, well, that was how that went. And I just went on. And let's finish this. So colloidal silver water is the next and the last thing you need to use. There's just 3 parts.
Okay.
So the xylitol, the oral fresh concentrate, number 1336. And then the last thing is you go out and you buy a colloidal silver water generator. The generator going to cost you probably about 70, 75 bucks, something like that, on sale. But 32 ounces of colloidal silver water sells for $60.
Dr. Burst,
Yes, go ahead.
can I add something about the silver water and the generator?
Yes, ma'am.
I made the silver water, and you were saying that it has the healing properties as well.
Yes.
Well, during that time, somehow I burned my finger, and I took the finger and I stuck it in the silver water, and the pain just went away, like you said. So it does work. It definitely does work.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, I once had a plate over a big pan, and and I boiled this water, and I was making something. I don't even remember what I was making now, but I lifted my plate off of that pan that was had boiling water, and it fried my thumb.
Mm.
Oh man, I went out and bought a real lid instead of a plate. I learned my lesson on that. But man, so what I did, my thumb looked ugly. I mean, it was all burned up. I fried it, and it hurt. Wow. So I took the colloidal silver water, and I soaked the cloth, and I put that cloth over my thumb, and all the pain went away.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, man. I was so happy that I knew about colloidal silver water because all the pain went away. And then I took the cloth off that was saturated with colloidal silver. I took it off, and all the pain came back. Oh no! Put that cloth right back on it again, and I had to go shopping. So I left that cloth on it. Was no pain. Everything was fantastic. I went shopping, never had a problem. Came back, was happy. Left that on there. I had to, and I take it off every now and then, and the pain would come back. But after 4 hours of leaving it on there, I took it off. It was a terrible looking thumb. I was all wrinkled up and fried and everything, and it was, but there was no pain. Zero pain. I was amazed. So I went on and just I made dinner and everything, and went off to bed, slept that night, I forgot I even burnt my thumb, except when I look at it, it was ugly. But in the morning I woke up, no pain. Ugly thumb, but no pain. That I never did have any pain, and that all that flesh that was all burned up, it eventually fell off, and there was no scar, and my thumb is a happy thumb. Anyway, yes, colloidal silver water is totally miraculous. When I first discovered it many years ago, I called it my Jesus water, because that's what it reminded me of, all the wonderful things it would do. So that's it. The 3 parts. You can make your own. The xylitol, the oral care refresh concentrate, and then you get a generator, a colloidal silver water generator. Let's look at one and give you a number. I'm over here on betterhealthherbs.com, where I get nothing from the sale of all the products I invented. And what am I looking for? A generator, silver, S-I-L-V-E-R, we'll bring it in. So I typed in the word silver, and up comes the silver water, the silver wires, and where's the generator? There it is. Here it is.
4575.
Yeah, it's 4576.
76, yeah.
4576 is the colloidal silver water generator. So, okay. That's it. You get the generator, and by the way, when it asks for a discount, you can type in health, HEALTH, the word health, 01, and it'll give you a big discount off of it. Okay. Okay, Anthony, did you get that?
Yes, and I have one more question, if that's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
It was a family member of mine. They're dealing with fibroids, and I would like to know if there's anything you can help with that.
Yes, I have. I've seen a lot of fibroids disappear in 30 days and never come back. It's a particular system, so now we're going to go away from the teeth report, and let's get over.
Before you go, you said the code was health 101.
HEALTH 01.
Oh, my bad. It was okay. Thank you.
No problem. So now, what am I looking for now? I'm losing. I was on the track of doing something here. What was we looking? Oh, fibroids. Okay, so fibroids. So I'm going over here to herbalhealthreview.com. I'm back over here in common conditions, and I'm going down A, B, C, D, E, F to show you how to get rid of fibroids, and they don't come back. No surgery necessary. 30 days. 30 days, that's it. A, B, C, D, I'm on my way. Man, there's a lot of reports here. Oh, no wonder I'm in the wrong report system. get over the common conditions. And going over the common conditions. Going over here to common conditions as well. Multitasking with two computers. And trying to get down here to give me those common conditions, and it's not. There it is, finally. And so now I'm going down to fibroids, and I'm clicking on the fibroid report, and then I'm clicking read more. And I'm over here on this computer, and I'm going down to fibroids, and I'm at fibroids, A, B, C, D, E, F. Clicking on fibroids, clicking on read more. Now, everybody's looking at the same thing I'm looking at, the fibroid report. And in the fibroid report, we're talking about a tumor. A fibroid is a tumor. Which is a swelling or an abnormal growth of tissues having no useful function in the body. And the tumors may either be benign or malignant. And benign tumors are isolated growths that can occur anywhere in the body. They generally do not spread to other parts of the body and usually do not return after being surgically removed, but sometimes they do return after being surgically removed. Although benign tumors are generally limited in growth, they usually should be removed. A small percentage of these benign tumors later become malignant. Fibroids are benign tumors that most often occur in the uterus, and hundreds of thousands of hysterectomies are performed each year due to the presence of fibroid tumors in the uterus, which is a terrible, terrible thing when you don't need surgery for a fibroid tumor. But that's what you get. But unlike benign tumors, malignant tumors are cancerous and must be treated as early as possible. They tend to spread in other parts of the body and are likely to recur after surgical removal. The cancers are likely to come back again anyway. Now, the other thing is we've had good luck whenever there's cancers as well. So as a matter of fact, Brittany, who is my granddaughter, who manufactures all these products that I get nothing from. And Brittany is a survivor now in remission of cervical cancer, 3 years. So, and that was miraculous. I stood back and I watched Brittany tell the doctors what to do and how to do it. And they followed her instructions, and she did very little. She even did a tiny amount of chemo, but she knew exactly what she was doing, and she is spirit-filled and spirit-led, and I watched her do it in amazement, and she got all through it. And then there's another long story to this, because then she had a burst fallopian tube, and that was painful. And so she went into the surgery immediately when you have a burst fallopian tube. Guess what? That surgeon was a very bad person. That surgeon butchered her. 3 days later, she in such intensive pain, bleeding, a total mess inside. 3 days of that, and she went back in. She went back there, and she had five surgeons, probably 6 surgeons for 5 hours, I think it was. It was either 6 surgeons for 5 hours or 5 hours or five surgeons for 6 hours. Anyway, it was a whole bunch of surgeons and a whole bunch of hours that they worked on her to put her back together again. Simultaneously, along with that burst fallopian tube, she had a blocked urethra from the left kidney. And everything was on the left side. So she was, here she had blocked fallopian tube. She had a blocked calcification on her left kidney, and a very tiny amount of urine was able to get through, and that's all. So she had to deal with and fix all of those problems. The urinary problem, she knew how to fix that herself. She didn't need a doctor to fix her with that. So all she did was get that surgery to unbotch what they cut her up so bad. And all this time, she goes back to work. She works sick. I work sick because we're able to. We're powerful. We're so powerful. If we get sick, we work. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's uncomfortable, but it's just, when you're as powerful as Brittany and I are, because we're spirit-filled and spirit-led, and we have an incredible amount of stamina and endurance. We get it. We take a beating and we get right back up. No problem. So fibroids. Here's how you do it. Here's how you get rid of fibroids. There's a cancer protocol. If there's cancer, we work on that cancer. And we start. This whole thing then starts. We get them an alkaline diet and the cancer diet and so forth. And we got many, many, many people now who have stage 4 cancer and don't have cancer. They can't find it anymore. And it drives the doctors nuts. And they keep looking and looking and looking and having these patients come back for more and more and more and more tests. When they don't have cancer, they just can't, they keep looking for it anyway. They keep you coming back. It was incredible. But anyway, it starts. Here's how it starts. It starts with a suppository. Either you get a organic suppository or you make your own suppository by going to the pharmacy, and you're picking up some cotton, like a square, like a block of cotton. And you're going to take and cut this cotton. You're going to cut it 2 inches by 4 inches, and you're going to lay each strip on top of each other until you have a small pile about 1 inch high. Okay, that you can make your own suppository. Then you tie a string around that's about 10 inches long. And okay, now you've got the suppository. Now you get something that is called black salve. And you get some, and you can order it. You can order the black salve. There's a link. Order the black salve. You can order the vegetable glycerin, and you mix 2 teaspoons of black salve and 2 teaspoons of glycerin together in a cup or a small pan. And you use more of this mixture if it's needed, but you soak the cloth, you soak your cotton suppository, you soak that cotton suppository in that black salve and vegetable glycerin mixture. And you soak it thoroughly, you wring it out because you don't need it, you don't want it to be runny or dripping. And and then you insert it, she inserts it into the vagina up to the cervix. You're leaving that long string, you're leaving it hanging out. And she's wearing a heavy cotton cloth or sanitary napkin over the vaginal opening so that the mixture will not leak out on the bed or bed clothing. And then you follow this procedure for 5 nights, 5 nights a week. And before bed, and you do this 5 nights a week before bed, and you remove it each morning by pulling slightly on the string. This will it'll draw out the infection. And that fibroid tumor And I saw one that was so big, it blocked the colon, and the person couldn't even have a bowel movement. And
Oh, okay.
it was so, that was how big it was. And in 1 month, it had shrunk down to nothing and was gone. So it will draw out the infection. It will help shrink the fibroid tumors if there's more than one. And it will get rid of ovarian cysts or any growth that's in the uterus. Fibroid tumors are known to completely disappear in 1 month. But that's how it's done. Then in the morning, every morning, you douche in the morning with an infusion made from equal parts of golden seal and myrrh. And you make a quart of this tea, and you add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of golden seal, 1 teaspoon of myrrh, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And now you have an herbal douche. The procedure is also good for chronic vaginitis or other vaginal and uterine infections. Now you do one more thing. You get some castor oil from your pharmacy, your health food store, or wherever you get it. I know that the supermarket has castor oil where I am, but you make a castor oil pack, taking a cloth, like a natural cotton cloth that hasn't been bleached, and you soak that cloth in castor oil, and you get some poke root tincture. There's a link to the poke root tincture, and you get this poke root tincture, and you rub that in over the ovaries area, and put the castor oil pack over the top of that, and then you can put plastic wrap over that and tape it down, and that castor oil pack with the poke root, that will, if there's an ovary that is affected, that will take care of that affected ovary. It will clear up. The ovary will be happy. Now, that's it. That's exactly how you get rid of fibroids. That report is on herbalhealthreview.com under common conditions, under fibroids. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All praises to the Most High. Bless you.
Thank you. Bless you as well.
Thank you. And we've got another hand up over here. Shanika, I'm going to ask you to unmute your mic. Hello. I'm trying to unmute your mic. Okay, unmute your mic if you have a question. Yes. So, Sister Shanika, how can I be helpful?
My question is, I submitted member intake form, I want to say about 3 weeks ago on behalf of my mother. And I was wondering, how long will it take for you to reply to that intake form?
We are pretty much overwhelmed, as you might expect, with member intake forms. But Shanika, I remember that member intake form, and it's biting on me to do it, and I need to get it done. So I'm going to get that done within the next 7 days.
In the next 7 days. Okay.
Within the next 7 days. It's just that I got a lot of them, and I want to do good work on every single one of them. So please forgive me for not being faster.
Okay. And I have one more question. What do you recommend for someone that's suffering from breast cancer?
Did you say breast cancer?
Yes, sir, breast cancer.
Breast cancer is one of the easiest cancers to get rid of. We have so many people who used to have breast cancer. I can't even count how many people it is. Yes, breast cancer, that's when you look at that breast cancer report and you get into that breast cancer report. But and again, it's going to start with a member intake form. Good news, these member intake forms are not going to take as long as they have taken up till now.
Okay.
We are streamlining the process where we will be able to get these member intake forms out within 7 days. But right now, there have been people that are waiting so long that it makes me want to cry, and I don't like to cry. But but anyway, yeah. So from that person who has breast cancer, please have them fill out a member intake form, and we will get to it. People who see that's exactly what's happening here, because as soon as I'm starting to help one person, then I've got somebody who's dying of cancer, and I have to help them immediately. And I'm getting all these serious situations, and I'm running to help this person, and then I'm trying to get back to the other person, and it's really. I wish I was twins or triplets at least. So, but okay. So, but anyway, make sure I get a member intake from and a donation from that person with breast cancer so I can help her. Okay. The sooner the better. We do not want, the longer you let these things go on, the worse they are, the harder they are to work with.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think my cousin spoke with you yesterday. I don't know if you remember speaking with him.
Tell me his name, and I probably did.
His name is Derek.
Yes, I spoke with him yesterday. Oh, so okay. Well, I got the whole family here I'm helping.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. But please stay with us. Just email me. Let me know you're waiting and whatever it is, and I will get there as soon as I can. I'm trying to get back to your brother within 7 days.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Truman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Okay, we got hands up all over the place here. How about this one over here? BJ, I asked you to unmute your microphone. Hi, BJ.
Hey, hi, Dr. Truman. How are you?
I am blessed by the best. I know you are too.
Yes, sir. All praises to the Most High. Yes, sir. I have a couple quick questions here. I have swelling in my right foot. I have edema, and I'm on the hydrochloride, and I guess that's some sort of diuretic or so. But it's a constant swelling, and I wanted to see what do you have there that could pretty much wipe it out if possible. And also I have low testosterone levels than what it should be. So that's another item that I want to see if I can get my testosterone levels up there.
Yes, all of those things can be corrected. But what we really need, and this is why we need medical doctors for tests. Because I would like to know what the opinion is of why that's happening. Is that the heart? A lot of times when you've got a swollen foot, it's the heart. Let's find out.
Yes, I recently had a physical and everything was good. My kidneys, my heart, my liver, all that came out in the appropriate range that it should have been.
Well, that's the good news, and I love to hear when they can't find anything. That means it's
except the testosterone. That was the only one that was out of range there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so let's give you some ideas here. First of all, let's go to the website, or let's go up on herbalhealthreview.com, common conditions, and let's look at kidneys, the kidney report. Okay, so I'm going down here in common conditions, and I'm looking at the kidney report because we need to get that water off the body and the kidneys are going to do the job. So now we're clicking on kidney bladder, and I'm clicking on read more, and I'm going over here to the other computer and on common conditions. And what happened to the read more deal? Okay, come on, bring that up. There it goes. And okay, and so now we're going down in the kidney report, and we're looking at the kidney report, and it's telling us all kinds of good things. You could see they can't find anything wrong with the kidneys, yet the kidneys aren't taking the water off the body. That's something wrong. They don't get it. The kidneys are not working, but they can't find it. They can't see it. That's good though, because it's not so serious that they usually wait till something breaks.
Yes.
Then they can fix it, or well, they don't. Maybe they'll give you something to not necessarily fix it, but they'll give you something once they know what it is.
Yeah. Another thing was given was the hydrochloride.
Hydrochloride. So, okay. So so we're going down in this, and what your kidneys are looking for to be healthier and happier, and to be able to pull water off the body like it's supposed to. One of the greatest herbs in your kitchen that will take water out of your body is parsley. Just eat a lot of parsley. All of a sudden, you'll just start losing water. That's one thing. But your kidneys want calcium and magnesium. Your kidneys want amino acids. Your kidneys want enzymes, potassium, super green foods, and a great multiple vitamin. That's what your kidneys want.
Okay.
And a lot of times there's some kind of bleeding, or there's anemia, and then we have to deal with it by giving you something for an herbal formula that corrects anemia. But here is the kidney stone and kidney cleansing system. How to clean it up and make it work better. And my sister has weak kidneys, and because a doctor left her on ibuprofen for about 10 years, and it ruined her kidneys. And that's what he gave her for pain. But I got her on marshmallow root tea. She went and her kidneys kept failing, and I kept bringing them back, and then they fail again after months and months and months of working. Then all of a sudden they would go down again, and she'd have kidney problems. And I put her on this kidney program, and it would bring them back. And she was down to like 40%. She was down to about 40% function of her kidneys. The last time we did this was about a year ago, and within 2 weeks, her kidneys were back up to perfect. So because marshmallow root is a diuretic. A diuretic is going to take the water off of your body. Marshmallow root is an herb that comes from Africa, and it's a medicinal plant, and it's an ornamental plant. It nourishes the urinary tract. It coats over the stones. If you have stones that are bleeding, it coats over the stones and stops the bleeding. Then the stones can pass out without pain or bleeding. Marshmallow root, great stuff. So you start taking this marshmallow root, and you're drinking this you get like a half a pound or a pound of marshmallow root tea.
Okay.
And there's a link to it here. And it says, and you click on it, and you get a half a pound or a whole pound of marshmallow root powder, tea. And every morning you bring a quart of water to boil, and you pull it off the burner, and you take a tablespoon of that marshmallow root tea, put it in that 1 quart of water, stir it up, put a lid on it, let it cool down, and sip it throughout the day. Make sure you're done 2 hours before bed. You know why?
Okay. Yeah. Why is that?
Do you know why?
No.
The reason why, because if you are sipping it clear up to bedtime, you're going to be up all night running to the bathroom.
Oh yeah. Okay,
So
that's right.
2 hours so we learned that shut down that, stop taking that marshmallow root tea, finish your 1 quart of marshmallow root tea 2 hours before 2 hours before bed. So that way we're all done doing that. You get a nice peaceful night's sleep. Make sure you're taking enough magnesium. Make sure you're taking at least 400 milligrams of magnesium
Okay.
in the morning and 800 milligrams of magnesium at night, because most everybody is magnesium deficient.
Mhm.
And then they get a tightening in their legs, or you just start saying that my arms, my legs, as they get older, they're tightening up. Yes, because their body is dying and the tissues are dying and things are tightening up. But if you're using that, you might even have to use more. You might have to use much as 2,000 milligrams of magnesium. Some people need a high amount. Some people need a low amount. So find out how much it takes. That every time that you have a bowel movement, it's so loose, it breaks up in a cloud, because that's what magnesium will do. It will clean you out. It will relax every muscle, so you'll have a better night's sleep, and you'll be all relaxed at night because your muscles won't be tensing up. You won't cramp because you're taking enough magnesium. Find out how much is the right amount for you. Somewhere between 400 milligrams in the morning and 400 milligrams at night, on up to as much as 800 milligrams in the morning, and about 1,200 milligrams of magnesium at night would be a maximum dose. And so now we're on this marshmallow root tea, and you're drinking this tea, and you drank a whole quart of it, and you're done 2 hours before bed. And now you're also at the same time, you're clicking on in this kidney bladder report, you're clicking on, whoa, where are we at here? I thought we had this. I'm going to hold on just a minute while I bring this up over there in the other room. Okay, kidney bladder. Come on, kidney bladder. Kidney bladder. Got it. Got it. Let's get it up over here for this room. I'm on my way. Hold on. I'm almost there. Going down here. Okay, we got that. And now we're there. So now, while you're having that marshmallow root tea, you want to be taking a kidney bladder herbal tincture that has all these natural kidney medicines in it, like peach bark, and it's even got some marshmallow root. But now it's not a tea. Now it's a concentrated tincture extract of all the medicine in marshmallow root. That's what's in a tincture. So you got a tincture of marshmallow root, peach bark, buchu leaf, corn silk, echinacea, goldenrod, parsley root, red clover blossoms, dandelion root, and watermelon seed, and uva ursi leaf. That's all in one tincture extract of a kidney bladder formula number 1246.
Okay.
Okay. Now you should be that water should be coming off the body.
Okay.
Okay, and if you needed more help, I would give you one more thing. Schizandra berry is listed here. Schizandra berry will strengthen the digestive organs and the immune system, and it protects against free radical damage, and it protects you against viral and bacterial infections. Okay. So let's put some Shazam, and it's going to be 30 drops 3 times a day of the number 1246 kidney bladder, 30 drops 3 times a day of the Schizandra berry. Then, then you, if you have any inflammation, you add more nettle leaf. If you have, if the water isn't coming off, you order an extra tincture extract bottle, like about a 2-ounce size, of watermelon seed. Because watermelon seed, that's why they took all the watermelon seeds out of the watermelons, because it was saving people from kidney problems. Now, now the evil people have banned all the seeds, and the seeds are one of the greatest things that will keep you young and healthy and do extraordinary things. Seeds are a powerhouse of incredible nutrition. That's why you're not finding seeds in things anymore.
Yes.
But watermelon seed will, if you needed more of a diuretic, then you're going to add more watermelon seed. If there's any inflammation, you're going to add nettle leaf. If you still have any kind of inflammation with a kidney problem, you're going to add more goldenrod.
I see.
So that's how you work with the kidneys. If there's more inflammation, you keep powering on the inflammation herbs until there is no inflammation. If there's a problem as a diuretic and the kidneys aren't working, well, then we power up with more diuretics. And guess what? This system has brought people who were on dialysis, it brings them off of it in 3 to 6 months.
Wow. Yeah. Because I know if I have a little salt, that's when it really gets swollen. That's when the water really gets retained there. I can't take any salt, but
it's retaining it. Yeah, it's retaining it. You need more diuretics. So now you've got a whole treasure house full of diuretics. You're going to get more parsley. You can get parsley tincture extract if you're not fond of parsley, the vegetable.
Yes.
Then you can just get the tincture extract and give some. What we need to find out is how many squirts of this watermelon seed, how much 1246, what is it going to take to pull the water off, and the marshmallow root. But we've got all kinds of things now that are pulling the water off. I would do one more thing here just to make sure that that it isn't the heart, and that they're just not finding that it is the heart. I would take a heart formula. Let me go look and find the heart formula. Let's go to the heart report, because that way you're working on the heart, which could be causing the problem, but maybe they can't see it.
Yes. Okay.
So now and heart disease is the #1 disease that people are dying from. So let's protect your heart and give you a nice, strong, healthy heart. And there are a lot of things we can do for the heart. Let's look at the heart report. But I think we'll start with one thing as we do this. Just want to make sure that heart is getting helped.
Yes.
Where it is. Click on it. Okay, and then I get heart, HEART. We could do this, a heart formula. Heart. Now I'm clicking on the heart report, coming over here, and the heart formula. The heart formula is. I had it right here. Okay, but I don't see it. So the heart formula is number 1222. 1222.
Okay.
And just take 30 drops of a heart formula 3 times a day. And I don't promise cures. I'm not that kind of a guy, but I think this is going to help. Let me know how it works for you. And if you really want the full meal deal, the full meal deal would be to come up here and fill out a member intake form on that herbalhealthreview.com. Because
yes, I did do that.
You did that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything back.
You filled out the member intake form? Did you?
Yes, sir.
Did you also make a donation?
Yes, sir.
Well, then And when did you do that?
It's about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I sent you an email a couple of times on that and forwarded.
Oh, yeah, I am
I
behind.
understand you're overwhelmed there, but yeah, I did do that.
But see, that's why I have this broadcast. So if I'm not fast enough on one end, I'll catch you on the other end.
Yes, sir. Yes, and the
we'll get you help one way or the other. So
the last one was a testosterone. My testosterone levels.
Oh, the testosterone.
Low.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Now they stopped us from credit. Everybody is playing your big brother who's going to protect you from whatever they think they want to. And big brother is protecting you from receiving any information about testosterone. The credit card companies, if you have a product on your website that is to help to somebody with ED or testosterone, you can't list that product. They will shut you off and not process your credit cards. Maybe we should thank Big Brother for that, huh?
No, right.
Like we need all these big brothers constantly telling us what we can do, what we can't do, what we can eat, what we can't eat. Makes me tired of that.
Yeah, it's totally ridiculous.
It is. So okay. So you got a heart support formula. Let's go to ED, common conditions. The thing that is, it's not going to be listed like it should be, because I had a product there. It was the right thing, but you're being protected from getting it. Okay, let's go to men's product. I'm on my way here. This is a men's health. Okay, now I'm in men's health.
Okay.
And men's health. Saw palmetto is going to help you. Let's see, quercetin and nettles is going to be valuable. Here it is. It's a male enhancement formula, number 1273.
Okay.
Let's look at the formula. So now any of these formulas, you can click on them in the report. I'm clicking on that male enhancement formula. And I'm bringing it up. I want to look at the formulation here. Come on, open the link in a new tab. And that's about it right there. And it's now called Super Male. Okay. Used to be male enhancement, but now it's Super Male because they shut off. They stopped you from getting male enhancement. You cannot buy a male enhancement formula.
I see.
You are totally being protected from all male enhancement formulas. So now this Super Male, here it is, and that's number 1273. I'm glad we got around. I'm glad we got around those do-gooders, because they're do-batters, really. Anyway, so what's in here? What's in here is L-arginine, ginseng, Korean ginseng, eleuthero ginseng, which is pseudo ginseng, oat straw, tribulus fruit, sarsaparilla, coral calcium, yohimbe bark, maca root, kutwaba fruit, mariapuma bark, nettle root, astragalus root, a little cayenne pepper, very little, and ginkgo biloba leaf, and zinc, and damiana leaf, and suma leaf, and Egyptian blue lotus, and shilajit, also called fulvic acid, and tongkat ali root, and horny goatweed. That's that formulation, and it is awesome. It's an awesome male enhancement formulation. Okay.
Okay.
And that's going to increase testosterone levels. And the main herb that's doing that is the Tongkat Ali. When you look up the Tongkat Ali, let's go look it up. Let's go look up the Tongkat Ali. Okay, Tongkat. Tom. Tom. Okay. Tongkat Ali. Aha, here we go. Tongkat Ali. Okay, let's look at benefits. BENEFI. Oops. ITS. Benefits. There we go. And here is a research report on Tongkat Ali.
Okay.
One study noted taking 300 milligrams of Tongkat Ali extract daily was as safe as taking a placebo. So it's safe. Other studies suggest taking up to 1 to 2 grams. Excuse me, I'll correct myself here. Taking up to 1.2 grams. So 1 gram plus 200 milligrams.
Okay.
And they found that extract and was extract per day is safe for adults, but this amount has not been used in research. So plus no studies examine its long-term use, making it unclear whether the supplement is safe over long periods of time, except I've never had anybody come back to me over all these years and tell me that it ever harmed them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you have to be very careful about Tongkat Ali, because if you don't get a good quality organic product, it may contain mercury. So, 100 Tongkat Ali supplements from Malaysia were found to have 26%, 20%, that 26% of them had levels of mercury higher than the recommended limit. Okay, so, but
Okay.
Tongkat Ali, it also helps to reduce anxiety. It improves body composition, and it may look, they admit that it may also treat low testosterone and poor libido and male infertility. See, but they're not allowed to do any studies on this because they don't have them. There's no money in it, in proving that it works. There's no money in proving that it works. The bottom line is Tongkat Ali, or also called Long Jack, is an herbal supplement that is suggested to improve low testosterone, male fertility, anxiety. It will increase athletic performance, and it will increase muscle mass. So Tongkat Ali, that's what they know about it. Okay?
Okay.
Any other questions?
Right. No, sir. Thank you so much.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All praises to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High. Thank you.
Okay, going down the line here. Looks like I've got a person here. I'm going to ask this person, Cam Frank, to unmute their microphone.
How you doing, Dr. Truman?
I am blessed by the best. I know you are too. How can I help?
Yes, sir. This is Cameron, who you spoke to before.
Yes, recently.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Could you again tell me what did you take for your arthritis in the neck?
Oh, yeah. So finally, after years and years of suffering with arthritis, man, I couldn't move my head. My neck is fused together in 3 places. It was so arthritic. And when this young man driving a Lexus rammed into the back of my car, which was an SUV, and it was at a dead stop, and he ran a stop sign and ran through the red light and jammed into that SUV with his Lexus and totaled both cars. And I worked on my neck, and I worked on my neck for about 2 or 3 years. It was painful, and I never, I could reduce the pain, but I could never get rid of the misery of it. Finally had my neck spliced together in 3 places. Okay. And I still had so much pain. It was just really hard to get through the day. And finally, after I worked on this formula, for over 6 years, and the pain was reduced and I was better, but there was still some misery left in that neck. And I was not happy with it. And I kept praying about it. And finally, through prayer, which is the way I get all my formulas, it said, why don't you put all the cancer herbs in there? You got all the arthritis herbs in there. You got all the pain herbs in there. Put a cancer formula in that herbal formula that is called joint care. So I did, and I took it, and I took it by the teaspoonful, and I took it for like 3 days, and on the 4th day I forgot to take it because I had no pain, no misery, nothing, and I forgot about it. I just had a really nice day. And then about 2 or 3 days later, it came back again. So I did it again. I did that about, I don't know, 3-4 times. And finally, after about the 4th time, I did that. I've just taken as much as it took to get rid of the aches and the pains. It all went away and it never came back. And that's been about 5 years ago. I've been pain-free, no arthritis, for at least 5 years. Oh, that formula, let's see what that is. Let's go over here, and joint care. Joint care is, let's see what it is. Joint, joint care. Joint care is number 1043. Joint care is number 1043. Take it liberally, plenty of it, till you know it's helping you. And after a while, I didn't have any more arthritis, but I have a very, very good diet, and I take a lot of supplements, and I take a lot of natural remedies. So a person might have to do that as well. Let me reject that, call them later. But so what I'm saying is that I have such a good diet for such a long period of time. That may be why the joint care worked for me that way, although it's working that way for other people. You might have to make lifestyle changes. Make lifestyle changes would give you a diet system that would make you powerful and keep you powerful, like I feel. So you might need to do some other things. I would look at the arthritis report on herbalhealthreview.com. I would look at the Make Lifestyle Changes diet system so that you can remove yourself from any kind of a health issue. I feel so far removed that I don't feel like I could ever get cancer, get arthritis, or anything else. My energy and my power is so good. So what I'm saying is, the more you do for yourself, the better care you take care of yourself, the better it's going to work. Okay. Okay. And
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I had one more question.
oh, yes, go ahead.
Yes. Is it possible for someone who's have had a heart attack, is it possible for them to get their heart back to 100%?
Yes. The heart is a muscle, and that muscle can be rebuilt. And so that's why they have things like L-carnitine. And then they have things like acetyl, L-cysteine. But the L-carnitine is a muscle builder. That's an amino acid. So you want an amino acid that build a new muscle. And then you want a heart formula to feed and nourish and keep the heart healthy. You want to look at that heart report, because you need all those fish oils so take a look at that heart report and look at the things that you can do in that heart report to improve the heart. And so start feeding, taking care of the heart, nourishing the heart with all those omega-3 oils and L-carnitine amino acid and a heart formula, and then please come back here and tell us how happy you are, because I know it's going to work.
Dr. Burst,
Yes.
would any of these things help someone who already has a defibrillator?
It's a long, yeah, because they still got their heart, but their heart is so weak. They need external help to keep it going. So they need these kinds of things. And yes, they could, but whether they will or not, I don't know, because I don't know what else is going on. But the more you do to increase your energy overall, the better chance you have of dealing with any health issue.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All blessings. Okay, so now we're getting through these. I see over here that we have another person with their hand up. It's Athalia, and we're going to unmute. We're going to ask her to unmute, and she did, I think. I think. And then Thalia, what is your question, topic, or suggestion?
Hello, doctor. I was calling because my daughter and I have been trying to order on your website. And each time we put our order in, it tells us, it just spins and spins and spins and says the order hasn't been taken. So I'm trying to figure out, have you done something with the website so we can order and get a consultation and subscribe to your formula, the $20 one or the $195 one, because we're having a difficult time doing that. Okay,
now there's two websites. The one website is herbalhealthreview.com. That's all the information. And it lists the products that you need, and you can click on it and it will take you over to betterhealthherbs.com. So you'd have to be on betterhealthherbs.com. Is that where you're trying to order?
Yes, sir. Okay,
then I want you to after this broadcast, I want you to call my telephone number, 503 503-362-5899. I want you to call that number.
Is it 503-362?
I'm going to give it to you again. It's 503-362-5899. Okay?
Yes, sir, I got
And I
it.
want you to call, I want you to tell me that you're the person and that needs help, and then I will call you back. And even though I get nothing from the sale of any product, I will help you to go on that website and I will help you to put your order through. How's that?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Bless you, sister. Okay, I'm looking here. And a BJ, do you have another question? Did you? I guess BJ does not have another question. Okay. All right. I think we got all the questions answered over.
Dr. Burst?
Yes, go ahead.
Listen, if there's anything that you need help with, my husband and I would be willing to help you. I don't know how we can, but if there's anything that we can do on our end, we're willing to help you.
Well, I love you too. That's very kind. And I will get back with you and we will talk about what we can do. Anything we can do to help more people, that's what we need to do. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, God bless you. And I love you for what you just said.
We love you too.
That's a beautiful thing. People helping people. That's what's got to happen. We all
Dr. Burst?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Delise Kelly, and I also filled out an intake form. A few weeks ago, I became a $20 recurring monthly member. So I just want to say that I've been following you for some time, and you kind of implemented some of the things that you've told us all out there in our lives as far as supplements. Recently, and I'll just kind of, because, for the sake of just keeping everybody, on the up and up, mast cell activation syndrome, hives, histamine block and 1, 2. Like, what do you know about mast cell activation syndromes and how to cure hives?
I would have to do some research on that because it's not something that is a usual situation that's coming up. So I would want you to, again, go on that telephone number, 503-362-5899. And I want you to text what you want me, what you want me to research. I will research it and I will text you right back.
Okay. I did, I think on my intake form, I may have copied it. So, you'll be able to kind of refer to maybe my intake form after I text you to prompt you to look into it. I did go onto your website and see if you had anything as far as curing hives, anything like that. It is a rare situation, and I don't know if because I have or we'll just say generic, because they have, worked on the immune system over the years, taking different supplements or whatever, if possibly an overactive immune system has occurred because somehow the absorbent, somehow hives, I've heard now about like mold in your house, like, and just different things. It's just such a rare, weird situation, and it's been occurring now. This is week 7, okay, and it's miserable to say the least. So I will text you and definitely need your help. And God bless you. I'm going to continue to pay, just to support what you do, and on behalf of the entire GOCC family, we love you and thank you so much for your work. We appreciate you. And I do marketing and PR and promotions, and I'm very busy right now, but I also, like the sister just said before, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you so very much. All praises to the Most High. Wonderful people, wonderful people helping each other. That I love it. I love what I'm hearing. I love what I'm doing today with here. I love you all. Anyway, go ahead. side. Every time I'm I usually feel like that's the side of my stomach. And whenever I'm active or running or doing anything, I start getting really bad cramp feeling on the left side. And I wasn't sure what's going on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I cannot hear you. Okay, all right. I had to make some connections there. And all right. And go ahead and talk again. I hear you, and I've got the volume turned up now. So now I can hear you. Say again what it is you want. I'm sorry, I had a problem with the sound here. I've turned the sound on and turned it up. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now? Or?
I hear you very good now.
Okay, good. I didn't know if you caught anything I said.
Yeah. Please tell me again. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So I've lately I've been having some stomach problems, and all of a sudden, food sensitivities. That I haven't been able to eat the regular foods that I'm eating without having a problem.
I understand that. So have you looked at the have you looked at the Make Lifestyle Changes diet system on herbalhealthreview.com?
Yes, I have. I've completely changed my diet. I think right now what I'm kind of experiencing on the left side, kind of like below the rib on the left side, it kind of feels like a full filling. I don't know if it's really inflammation or what, but every time I'm running or being active, I start to get a sharp cramp feeling on my left side, and suddenly I'll feel it on my right every once in a while, but mainly it's on the left. As soon as I start running or I start playing basketball or anything, I start feeling that pain like right away.
On the left side, that sounds like the transverse or descending colon, which you may have a slight blockage there, or there may be some irritation or something in the colon. It would be something that we would need to have diagnosed, or at least we would start with a cleanse and a detoxification of the digestive tract. That would be a kit called number. You go on that betterhealthherbs.com website, and that kit number would be 4486. And in the 4486 cleansing kit, it's going to have a number 1078 liquid. The 1078 liquid, you're going to take enough of the 1078 liquid to keep every bowel movement soft. Are the bowel movements soft? Are they hard? What's going on there?
You were cutting out. I couldn't hear you.
Are you having any problem at all with your bowel movements? Is there constipation or diarrhea? Okay, now you're cutting out. Okay. All right.
Actually not having no I seem pretty.
Oh, wow.
The phone keeps.
Yeah, the phone keeps breaking up. And that's what happens to us. That's evil. You see, that's the evil. Yeah. That's evil stopping you from getting your information. And you sent me a member intake form. Is that right? Did you? I don't know if even you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm actually a member.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Truman.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a member. I've been a member for a little while now.
Well, great. Did you send in a member?
I don't know if you can hear me.
I hear
Okay.
you. I hear you. Did you send in a member intake form?
I think I have
Okay.
sent one
Email.
maybe a long time ago, but it's
Okay.
not like up to date thing.
Send me another one. Send me an email.
Another one?
Yeah, send me a current member intake form, and so that I can look at that, and then I'll access your entire file. I'll be looking at every communication we ever had together. So I'll be looking at your, you know, where we've been and and we'll figure out where we're going. Okay. We can do this. I'll be looking for an email from you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send one over.
Okay. All right. I'll be looking for an email from you.
Thank you.
All praises to the Most High. Okay. And looking for open mic.
Okay. So,
okay.
Yes, Dr. Truman, this is a B. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. They're in Georgia. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Adriana,
Hello there.
and I was calling on. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm blessed by the best. I know you are too.
Yes, I am. I'm calling on the behalf of my father. He's experiencing nerve pain throughout his leg, and it's making it to where he cannot walk on his left foot. And I guess he went to the doctor and they said that he's not really getting any blood flow. And he also has lymph nodes in his pelvis area that are swollen, that they said is causing the nerve pain to shoot down to his feet.
Yes, we need to increase the circulation. We got to make sure that there's no blocked veins or arteries. You would want to look at the clogged arteries report on herbalhealthreview.com, because there's an enzyme called nattokinase that unblocks veins and unblocks arteries that are clogged. And it's just an enzyme that eats it up and dissolves clots. So that's one thing. And there's a circulation herbal formulation called number 1099 that will increase the circulation. But we need to open up the circulation here. Sounds like he's also magnesium deficient. So you want to make sure that he's getting plenty of magnesium, because that's what's happening here is his legs and everything else is they're not getting enough magnesium. They're not getting enough circulation. They're clogging up. Then the lymph glands are clogging up. So we need a cleanse and detox, like that number 4486 system that I just talked about, that has that number 1078 in it, liquid, that you take enough of the 1078 to keep the bowel movement soft. And then you take enough of the fiber powder and every evening, and it's a two-week cleanse, and you're keeping the bowel movement soft with the 1078 liquid. You're taking enough of the fiber powder, and you're taking it in the evening, 2 hours before dinner. 2 hours before dinner, you have this number 4837 fiber powder, and you put a teaspoon or a tablespoon or whatever amount of fiber in some juice water or tea that's going to thicken up the bowel movements to where he's loose, but he's not, they're not too loose. And that fiber is going to thicken up the bowel movements, and you're going to give him enough of it, whether it's a teaspoon or a tablespoon, and you're going to take it 2 hours before dinner. And that's where we're going to start with something like that. Okay. Are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so that's where we would start, and really it would help if I had a member. Do I have a member intake form on your father?
Yes.
Good. Remind me, that I have a member intake form for your father, and remind me what we just talked about, that we need to get these things, and I will help you where you can get started until I can finish that member intake form and get it back to you. We'll give you something to get started with, okay? Are you with me?
Okay, and also,
Go ahead.
he's in the process of taking chemo to shrink.
Oh, he's taking chemo. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's kind of like, that the people are dying of the chemo, they're not dying of the cancer. But sometimes a little bit of chemo at the right time, a little bit of it is great. I can actually use a little bit of it, but not the way they're using it. They're just killing everything, including the person with this chemo. So I would be very careful about that chemo thing, and it's really going to be hard to help him as long as he's drinking this poison, because he's poisoning the body.
Right.
He probably feels horrible, and I don't know if he's losing his hair and everything else, but I don't know. You may consider whether it's the right thing to do with the chemo or not. But I want you to email me so we can get him started on some things and get him some help. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All praises to the Most High. We have come to the top of the hour. We've gone over overtime almost, and we've got to
Okay, to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High. I'm going to have to stop now because we come to the end of the broadcast, and I need to get up with Prophet Elijah. But I want anyone that needs to contact me, please email me, Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. I can answer my emails every day. I cannot answer all the telephone calls I'm getting. It's so many. I'm doing my best, and I will get to everybody. But there's a lot of people in the telephone calls. I'm trying to get back to them. And every time I start to make a telephone call, I get a telephone call. So I'm answering the call that I'm getting, and I'm not making the call that I'm trying to get to. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to reach everybody. I'm going to do it. Stay with me and just keep reminding me that I need to get to you. And I'm going to get to everybody. I'm just going to do it. All praises to the Most High. Let's get over to Prophet Elijah. Prophet Elijah, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Wow, man. Can you please give us a closing prayer, sir? Oh, by the way, I want to give you a phone number before you do that. Prophet Elijah's telephone number is 334-868-3881. Prophet Elijah, if he's not your prayer partner, he should be. 334-868-3881. Please grace us with one of your lovely prayers.
Jesus said to her, "My daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your trouble." Mark 5:34. Most High God, we come today with a renewing of our mind. Thank you that we shall prosper in all things and be in good health, just as our soul prospers. We trust in you with all our heart. We do not depend on our own understanding. We seek your will in all that we do. Therefore, you show us which path to take. Today, we surrender ourselves to your word, for it exposes, sifts, analyzes, and judges the very thoughts and purposes of our heart. Help me to use your mighty weapon to knock down the strongholds of human reason and destroy false arguments, every pretension, intimidation, fears, doubt, unbelief, and failures that set itself up against us. We take captive every negative thought to make it obedient to the positive words that we speak. We are constantly being transformed by the renewing of our mind, body, soul, bringing health and healing to every part of our being. Thank you, Father, for you have done concerning our health. Thank you for the peace that guards and guides us toward divine healing. Thank you for having mercy on us. Dr. Truman, there's much confidence and hope in right relationships. Most High God, you are Dr. Truman's hope. In you, he puts his trust. You alone are the source of his confidence, faith, hope, love, peace, and forgiveness. Give him friends to assist him in the work that you have called him to do. Father, as he has submitted to listening and obey your word shapes his life, I prophesy that he has forgotten the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. Thank you that he has a full and true life so that he will not need to look to another person to bring him happiness, prosperity, or fulfillment. You are his security, will keep his foot from being caught in a trap or hidden danger. You have promised to never leave or desert him. May our relationship be found from a pure heart, a good conscience, and a true faith in the name of Jesus, which we share. So be it. Now, were you blessed by Discovery Health Ministries? If so, tell someone you know who may be blessed also. Bless Dr. Burris in return. Pray about sowing into this ministry, that Dr. Burris may be able to keep offering this information freely to many like he did today. Be ever so kind to let Dr. Burris know that his time is not used in vain. Show him your appreciation for all that he does, whether it is in the word or financial support. A workman is worthy of his hire, which is 2 hours of his time each week. Bless him, and you shall be blessed in return. That's it, Dr. Burris.
All praises to the Most High.
Thank you, Dr. Burst.
Let's
All praises to the
open up
Most High.
All praises to the Most High. We're opening up the microphones over here on the dial pad. So we can all praise the Most High with all the folks on dial pad and Zoom and YouTube. Folks, all praises to the Most High. Let's all praise the Most High together. All praises.
All praises.
Praise the Most High.
All praises.
We thank you.
All praises.
Thank you. Oh. Cell phone.